Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited because I have been playing with the new Chanel Summer 2021 Les Beiges launch, and I picked up several pieces from the collection, and today I'm going to kind of show you my haul, what I picked up from the collection. I actually picked up both of the Les Beiges Healthy Glow eyeshadow palettes. I have the one in Tender as well as Intense. I picked up 3 of the nail polishes as well as 3 of the Rouge Cocoa Flashes. I'm going to swatch both of the eye palettes for you as well as do an eye look with the Tender eye palette and give you lip swatches of the Rouge Cocoa Flashes as well as kind of give you my overall thoughts on the launch and what my favorites are so far. So I have been playing around with these products and I'm so excited to share my thoughts. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look, learning a little bit more about this new launch from Chanel, then let's go ahead and get started. So here is a close-up of the Healthy Glow Natural Eyeshadow Palette, and this one is in Tender. And then here is a swatch of this palette on my hand. And coming from the top right up here, that is this shade. Then we've got the dark right next to it and the gold. Then the last 2 shades are the bottom one, and then you have like a little topper here that's a little bit sparkly. I'm hoping you guys can see. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm starting with this top one up here. I'm just going to brush it all over the lid and above. I'm just using a big fluffy brush, you guys, to start. Okay, just a really nice kind of base color. And then I'm going to come over to this shade right here, and we are going to start to intensify my crease and the outer V. And I really love this color. So I've been playing around with these for the last few days, and I'm really enjoying this Tender. It is right up my alley, guys. I like these kind of palettes. They're a little softer, powdery. They're a little softer, a little powdery. They make for a really easy kind of eye. I'm going to go into this shade here, and I'm using a BK Beauty. This is number 204, and I'm going to take that color and give a little shadow underneath the eyes. And then just intensify it a little bit near the lash line. I will be using a pencil, but I'm just starting to kind of define the eyes there. And then I'm going into this pretty shade here. I'm going to put that on my lid area, lighten it up a bit. Taking a big fluffy brush, you guys, and I'm just going to kind of soften everything. And then I'm going into this beautiful kind of sparkly pink here, which I love. And we're going to give a little pop to the eyes. And then in the brow bone, I'm just going to take just a teeny bit of this and just highlight that brow bone just a bit. Now for eyeliner, I've been playing around with PSYCHE and BRUN Agape, and I prefer BRUN Agape just because this has a smidge of that kind of mauve pink tone in it, and I don't want to have those kind of rabbit looking eyes. I find that the BRUN Agape is just a really nice kind of neutral brown chestnut, and it just kind of defines my eyes without making them appear more red. So I love the tones here, but I just don't want to overdo it with the liner. So this is my preferred eyeliner with the Tender palette. This is the look so far. So besides BRUN Agape, I also played around with Cassis, which is another fantastic kind of eggplant kind of color, and it looks fantastic with Tender, as well as PSYCHE. PSYCHE is the burgundy, is a little bit more burgundy, and I just felt like it was making my eyes look a little bit like I was high, which I'm not. So I'm going to go clean up my brows, put on mascara, and we'll be back to look at the overall eye look. And then the three eyeliners that I recommend to wear with Tender. My favorite and the one I'm wearing is BRUN Agape right here, and I just find it to be the perfect chestnut brown to kind of ground any of the pink elements. And then next to it is Cassis. If I want to bring out a pop of purple, I think that looks pretty. And then this last one up here is PSYCHE. And you guys, PSYCHE would go absolutely perfect with this. As I said, PSYCHE pulls a little bit too burgundy, gives me a little bit of that rabbit pink eye effect. So I've been pairing this with BRUN Agape the most. Now, as far as comparison quads, I pulled out my Les Beiges palette in Warm, and then this is the one in Tender. And as you can see, these are two different animals right here. This one really is, it's very well loved. This one in Warm is definitely picking up on those peachy kind of rose tones, whereas this is really focusing more on those kind of mid-toned, kind of mauve rose shades. So definitely two different quads here. Then I have the Warm Memories, and this is where I would say there's a little bit more comparison together because I wear Warm Memories all the time, you guys. This is probably one of my most used quads here, and so as you can see, the tone in the bottom over here is kind of similar to that one right there, and you could kind of get a similar effect on the eyes, except that this little peach tone is why I had to buy Warm Memories. It is just such a gorgeous reflection on the eyes. This is the tone here, and although this one has a little bit of a peach kind of base here, it's not going to be this similar kind of effect. So those are all definitely kind of in the warmer eye toned kind of look, so you may or may not need this new one in your collection. And I'm someone, I may be in the minority, but I really enjoy the formula of these eye palettes. They create a soft everyday eye look, so these are not going to be overly pigmented. They're a little bit drier in texture. They still have pigmentation, you guys, but to me it just kind of creates that everyday soft eye look that I prefer with a little bit more mature eyes. And I also find that this doesn't really muddy up on my eyes. I can just take a few of these colors, create just that simple everyday eye look, and kind of walk out the door. So I'm already a fan of this formula, but I will say no, it's not going to be like those creamy kind of buttery, super long lasting kind of eyeshadows. These are probably going to be for people who really enjoy a little bit more of a minimal makeup look, and for those who might have mature eyes. I find that you want a little wash of color, but you don't want it to be too much as we're aging. Sometimes a little bit too much eyeshadow can actually be a little aging. There's no rules out there, you guys. You do you. But if you've ever had by the end of the day where you looked at your eyes and you're like, oh, I think I might have overdid it a little bit on the eyeshadows, I never feel that way with these Chanel kind of palettes. So I also picked up the other palette, and this one is in Intense. And you guys, I just couldn't resist. I was going to pass or just pick up one, but this just looked so up my alley, and I knew that I would actually wear these palettes. So we're gonna do a whole other eye look with this. I'm also gonna pull out my blurry green and kind of give you a swatch of that when I do the eye look. But so far, you guys, when I did swatch it, this is its own little animal. This is just such a beautiful kind of bronzy eye, perfect for summer. So I've been playing around and wearing this one as well, and I've got a couple eyeliners that I like to wear with this one. I really like Black Wood as well as BRUN Agape. So we're going to do a whole other video using this one. Okay, next they launched, I believe it was 4 new shades of the ROUGE COCO Flashes, and I ended up picking up 3 of the shades, and I thought we would do a little lip swatch here. So I picked it up in 166, which is Heat. And this is the shade Heat. Shade 158, and this is in the shade Dawn. And 164, and this is Flame. And I have to tell you, I love all 3 of these shades. I've been wearing them non-stop, especially this 158 in Fawn. You guys, this is just such a light, beautiful kind of nude. Has a little bit of warmth to it, and I just find it to be gorgeous. And this is the shade Dawn. Next is 164 Flame. And then we have 166 Heat. And this is the shade Heat. Okay, so I love all 3 shades of these lipsticks. Again, I like this formula. It's going to go on a little glossy. They're not going to be as opaque as the new Bloom. They're going to be a little bit sheerer, but with deeper colors. I really enjoy that, especially because I have a little bit thinner lips, and I like to get a little bit of that flush of color on the lips. Kind of livens up your complexion, but also is not too overwhelming. So all 3 3 of the Rouge Coco flashes are absolute winners for me, you guys. Love the colors, think they're kind of fun for summer. Of course, the one that I wear the most is this one just because it's easy, kind of a warmer kind of nude. So 166 is going to be kind of like your classic Chanel red, little poppy. And then we have got the Flame, which is 164. And of course, I love this. It's going to have a little bit more of that berry in there, but still very poppy. I think it looks fantastic with the Tender Eye Quad. And I just love these lipsticks so much. So super happy with the lipsticks. And last but not least, I did pick up 3 of the nail polishes. So I'm a sucker for Chanel nail polish. I just love them. So does my daughter. So I ended up picking up 3 of them, and I have a true love. And I've done a little slap on job here, so I'm not going to bring you in too close because it's a little scary. But I will tell you my favorite ultimate shade is in Sunlight. And this is what I have on this hand. It is perfect because sometimes lighter kind of nail polishes can be the same color as my skin, and you need a little bit of a difference, otherwise it just sort of doesn't look too appealing. And so I am in love with this Sunlight nail polish, absolute favorite. My second one that I picked up is Solar, and you guys, this is so gorgeous. This is your perfect bronze but on your nails, and I did put a couple of those on here. I have Solar on this finger and this finger, and I just love it. I actually love it with Sunlight. I just think it's so pretty, like you could play around and have a little fun doing that. And then I picked up the kind of neutral shade in Glimmer. Now this nail got bungled up, so I'm not going to bring you in too close, but I just want to show you that Glimmer is going to be really pretty if it is professionally done, like your perfect kind of natural sandy, kind of nude beige, and I think it is super pretty. When I was doing this, I've already bunged it up, so I don't want to bring it in too close because you'll be scared. But needless to say, I'll have a professional do my nails and then I will show them off. But I did pick up all 3 of these colors, and my favorite one, if you're just going to pick up one nail polish, is going to be Sunlight. I just love it. It gives a little reflection on my nails, but it's not too over the top. I just think it goes with everything, and I am thrilled with these nail polishes. Okay guys, this is my Chanel haul, and I did get a sample of the new fragrance from Chanel. This is one of the L'Eau de Chanel, and this is in Edinburgh, and I'm still formulating my plans, you guys. It's a beautiful kind of fresh fragrance, and what I thought I would do is do a little bit more of an in-depth fragrance review when I'm actually showing you a demo of the Intense Eye palette. So don't mean to leave you hanging, but I definitely want to kind of formulate my thoughts before sharing my review with you. But this is the final look. This is my Chanel haul, and as usual, you guys, let me know what you have picked up or what you're planning to pick up. I always love to hear your thoughts on makeup as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another video soon.